All right, here we go. This is happening. This is happening. This is going to happen. We're going to see how well it goes, but there's times in business when you have to take the leap into something and you kind of feel like it's the right thing, but there's a lot of nerves and inks and anxieties and stuff about it. But I'm excited about this. So, welcome to the Solo Trainer Podcast. This podcast is for personal trainers, solopreneurs. And here in this podcast, you're going to get real stories, hear real stories, get expert advice and coaching strategies that are going to help you build a thriving independent business. And this is episode number 1. And in today's episodes, I'm going to share a little about how the Solo Trainer came about, the what and the why behind it, as well as how the mission of the Solo Trainer can help you. So, hi, I am Jen Gerasimus. I am your host. I have been an independent personal trainer for 8.5 years. I am a career changer. I am a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a lover of Mexican food. And I have done that trainer at the gym and manager where I burnt out, and I have made the leap to becoming an independent trainer, which I did at the end of 2016 with official start date, my first client of January 1st of 2017. But I won't go into my full journey of my solopreneur journey in today's episode. But I will going to share about how the Solo Trainer came about. In my time working as an independent personal trainer, I've had many colleagues come to me and ask me, Jen, how do you become independent? What do you have to do? And I would share them, and I would share them like the business like aspect of it, like how you need to start and run your business in order to have a thriving business. And they would just be, it would be all new to them because there's nothing out there that tells you how to start and run a business. And, and that's, as personal trainers, that's not like, we're all about programming, taking care of clients. The business aspect can be completely foreign to us. And so it hit me one day working out, as great things do when you're working out, in December of 2002. Yeah, 2002 or 2003. 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, I am working out, and the idea came to me of what if I created a resource of how to start and run and manage your personal training business, an independent personal training business. I've not found a single resource out there that does this. And so I was like, I feel like we need it, and I want to create it. And what's going to be called immediately comes to me, the Solo Trainer. And so I started on the journey of creating the Solo Trainer website and all the resources, and collaborating and with accountants, attorneys, and other business people to help create and craft this theory, this idea I have of the Solo Trainer. And it's been quite a journey, and I probably won't get into this episode on how that journey is taken. I'm at 2.5 years right now, right, since the idea came to my mind, but I did have a big gap in there where I had actually didn't do anything with it for a bit. And, but it's been exciting. The feedback has been phenomenal. I'm in a growing stage of this. So as I'm sharing and go through this podcast, I'll be sharing kind of, the growth of the business of the Solo Trainer, just like we have the growth of the business of our personal training. And so I am doing this as when I'm not training clients. I've got a full book load of clients. I am completely stacked. And, I'm trying to work on this at the same time because I really want to help you. I really, really want to help you, that personal trainer out there that is considering about making the leap from that gym trainer to working for themselves. It's not working for you anymore. It's not a good fit. You want to share, you want to help people, you want to work with them, but you're realizing that continuing to stay at a gym is not really the best fit for you and your family. And I am kind of specifically kind of thinking about that woman out there, that mom out there who is like, has their family responsibilities and all that they take care for, and the responsibilities and expectations of the gym just don't match up for you with your family responsibilities. But you don't want to lose being able to create something for yourself and, help other people and make some money and make more money than you're making the gym, because you probably feel like you're not making enough. So that's going into who this podcast is for. It is for those personal trainers that are really thinking about taking the leap to become and start their own independent. But it's not only for those that are thinking about taking the leap. It is for those who have maybe already taken the leap and they're struggling for how to move forward. What's their next steps? They're struggling with growing their business. They haven't quite got all the business aspects down of running and managing a business. And it's important to have those in order to have a legit thriving business. You've got to have those concepts, those pieces to it. And so for some of those trainers that are struggling with that and they just want to know how to have a better business, I'm here for you. I'm here for you for that. And then that's also the Solo Trainer, this podcast is for those who are that already have a successful business and they're looking for a community. That is a big piece, which I'll get into a little bit more about the mission of the Solo Trainer. But you could be in one of those boats of been like, hey, it's different being on my own. And I want to find some people that I can connect with and understand and get what I'm going through. And that is what it's for you. It's for you as well, because I understand the importance of that community. And I have had to work and craft and create it on my own over the years being independent. So that's who this podcast was for. I'm going to go into what is this podcast about. I kind of started in the beginning where I talked about real stories and expert advice and coaching strategies. And so in this podcast, you're going to hear real stories from trainers who've been successful in being independent, hear what their journeys are about, their struggles, what they've been through, so that you can be encouraged and learn from it. You're also going to be getting some expert advice. And so not only from myself sharing lots about, running a business and growing your business and all that, but, experts like accountants, attorneys, people in marketing, business coaching, all of that are going to interview them and, for them to share ways that are going to be able to help your business. And the other third component of this is coaching strategies. So people who are struggling to start their business or grow their business and they want to come on and have a coaching call with me and record it and let you guys hear it, you're going to hear from those people as well. And I'm really excited because I have people already lined up in all of those categories to do podcasts with me. And so I'm excited to get that started and to share. And so I share that here. If you're hearing that and go, oh man, I would love to be a part of this and to be on the Solo Trainer podcast, then what you'll want to do is email me at hello@thesolotrainer.com. So hello@thesolotrainer.com, and let me know you're interested in being the podcast. What you would going to be on the podcast for, if it was, to share your success story, give expert advice, or, have a coaching call. And then we'll return back an email to you with an intake form to kind of fill out to see if, about getting you on the show. You will often hear me say, we. So the Solo Trainer, even though I'm an independent personal trainer, right? The Solo Trainer is not just a solo show. I could not do this by myself at all. As I've already shared, I've got a full book load of clients, and there's just no way that I could have those plus try to do everything that for this solo business. And even in your other business, you need to think of people that are going to be to help you and support you along the way. And so when I say there are people behind that are helping to make the Solo Trainer successful and to work with you, to support you. And the first main is my main squeeze. So my husband, he's come along beside and he's doing all the back end stuff that I don't enjoy doing nor very good at, and he is great at. And so he is like the COO of the business. And so he is behind the scenes helping a lot. And we do have like a business accountant and a business attorney and a business coach. And all of those people are part of the Solo Trainer, and it may grow over time, but that's what we currently have that are here to help you. So the mission of the Solo Trainer boils down to this. I've already said it, but just to boil it down, is to helping gym trainers become confident and successful independent owners. So helping gym trainers become confident and successful independent business owner. And I do have a very big heart and will often feel like I am speaking to that woman out there, that mom out there who was like me when I went out on my own. And so I know what it's like and what it feels like, and especially in such a male-dominated industry that we're in. It can be nice, honestly, to have a female voice. So I'm looking forward to being that female voice in this business world and stuff like that. So what is the Solo Trainer? So there's 3 components to the Solo Trainer, and 3 main, things that its purpose drive is to help with. And one is to provide education. And in providing education, we've got lots of supportive resources on the website. The number one, the biggest one that we have that people love is the Solo Trainer guide and checklist. This guide literally goes through all the actions you need to take to start, to manage, to grow your business. Like literally, I'm handing everything to you that I wish I had started. Literally, it's a check. Like I said, it's a checklist, and it's divided. All of these actions are divided into 6 pillars, and these are the 6 foundational pillars for having a thriving business. I've got YouTube videos already created on this, and there is, I'll be talking about this on this show, so I won't go into details of that. But if you don't already have that resource, then check the show notes or the notes wherever you're getting this from, because I am recording this via camera because this is going to be on YouTube. So wherever you see in your notes, grab the guidebook. You might see that it's the guidebook, and it's the 10-page beautiful PDF that you will get and give you all the details of starting your business. And even if you've already started your business, you want to get this resources, because I've talked to so many trainers who've already started. They've been on their own for a few years, and they haven't even done a lot of the business managing aspects that you need. And so they're kind of struggling now that maybe their business has grown, but there's a lot that they've not taken care of to make sure that they, the processes and systems that you need in place in order to make sure that you continue to have a business that's not running you. So check out that resources. Other things that are on the website, I've got articles, a handful of articles. They're great articles. Most people, I don't feel like, don't really read articles as much these days, so I don't put much more articles on there. There are a lot of them are for SEO driven purposes. Videos, I've already just mentioned about YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, and so there's lots of videos on there. Starting this podcast is helping me to craft more videos efficiently. That's why I'm recording this. Obviously, we've got the podcast. That's another educational resource that providing for this. And then we have actual products you can purchase on our website. And so currently what's on the website available for purchase to help you sort of manage your business and run it more efficiently. And the first one is really to help you grow your business is the client conversion blueprint. Now, the client conversion blueprint is literally a roadmap. It is literally handing to you how to have a successful client consultations, like from your initial phone call with somebody to you in that comp session with them. Like I literally am giving you like scripts and I'm giving you emails that you copy and paste, like the whole thing, because sales sometimes is a big trouble for a lot of people as personal trainers and growing their business. And you can't grow your business unless you're confident in your sales. And part of being confident in sales is being able to show your value, be able to talk about how much you charge without being like scared that somebody's immediately going to say no. And so this is really the one I've literally crafted over the last, 10 years that I've been using, and it's been very successful for me. And I'm literally handing it all to you, walking through again that initial conversation, how to have the phases of it so that you can show your value. You can get, make sure you focus on them and what their needs, but show your value and be able to talk about pricing and get them in for the comp session. All the bits and pieces in between, including I have done for you intake forms, like your initial intake forms with a client, very detailed. And I also, those intake forms that talks about your health history and your current wellness practices and all those details. And it's also have specific ones if you're a health and nutrition coach, because I'm as well, and I get it. And sometimes that kind of gets left out. It's like divided, personal training, health and nutrition, and you're doing them together. And so I've got assessment forms like already those done for you. That's already considered in there. So you can just easily copy and edit or correct. Like I got videos for all of this. So it's done for you. Saves you a lot of time. The other product that we have on our site is called the Solo Trainer Programming Templates and Playbook. So programming is our bread and butter and a way to keep track of I see it so many in different Facebook groups and stuff that I'm in, of people asking like, what do you use to program your clients with? And I'm a good old fashioned use spreadsheets. Like I won't get into why I'm not a fan of using an app. And I'm sure in the future episode, I'll be sharing all that kind of stuff, but I am one of using some kind of spreadsheet type, platform. So Google Sheets specifically for myself, and I love it. And so I have very robust spreadsheets that I use to design and create my clients' program and keep track of all of their data. And I'm like sharing this with you so that you don't have to craft and create these, and you're creating these amazing programs, because you having amazing programs is essential for having a thriving business. So, there's tabs for all sorts of things in the spreadsheets, and you copy and have one for each client and all that kind of stuff. And there's a library of I can't remember if it's 1,200 or more. I know it's at least 1,200, if not more, exercises in all the different kind of categories that you could think of for you to refer back to and to use. Another piece of the programming templates along with that is the playbook. And the playbook is like this PDF book that I've created, sort of my methodology of training clients of how to break it down and make it really simple and make sure you're covering everything and you're thinking of everything and all the considerations, and really just, from my initial certification to all the other certifications that I've taken that talk about programming. This is all just like compacted in one thing about making it easier. When I was working as a manager and working with trainers, helping them program their clients, because that was a big portion of what we helped them with. Like, I love doing that. I love being able to, like, how can you craft a program pretty simply with a great outline of how to do that? And that's what this book does. And at the end of the book, there's a case study. And then I actually go through that case study in one of the videos and show you how I program for it. So hopefully that'll help you with your programming. So those are two like management, what we have products on our website, but we also have legal documents. We have we are working, but an attorney, an experienced small business attorney who has crafted legal templates, everything you need from those forms you need to sign with your clients, including if you're doing health and nutrition coaching, to what you need for your website, as well as operating agreements for if you have an LLC and you need one. So you get the template, you get videos to help you kind of walk through filling out those templates, and then you have them. And it is way less expensive than actually working with an attorney to craft them. And so we have those available on our website as well. So those are kind of all the ways that we're working to provide education. And so the second component that is a focus of the Solo Trainer is building a community. Working for yourself is rather lonely. It can be, and it can be challenging to find people that can be a support and understand what you're going through and can help you with building. And so that was like I mentioned earlier, this is a big component of this, is hoping to build community. Not getting to collaborate with colleagues is one of the top things that I miss about working in a gym. And so through the Solo Trainer, I'm hoping to build and create community. This podcast is one way I'm doing that, with bringing on people and interviewing, and us kind of creating a bigger group of community that helps support one another. You also helping to build community through the emails that I send out. At least right now, they're coming out twice a week, and I often means different for different people, but I host chats that are free for anybody to come onto. I'm not sure when my next one's going to be, so I got to look at this, schedule to see when I can host another one. But it's a community chat, a Solo Trainer community chat. Come hop on. Usually I have a main topic that I may discuss, but then it can be open for other people to share and ask questions and all of that. And so those are the main ways right now we have for building community. And I am working on, I forgot to mention about this in the education portion of it, but I'm working on the course that I'm creating. I'm creating the Independent Personal Trainers Business School course. And it is taking my checklist that I just shared earlier that you can get for free, and just like making a whole course out of it, like literally walking you through all of those things, giving you actions, giving you homework, giving you steps, giving you all the super duper guidance that you need to create a business. And anytime creating any type of course, is a lot of work involved. And as I've already shared, I have a thriving training business, so I'm trying to get this done in the few other hours of the day. And so not sure exactly when this course is going to be completed. I hope by the end of this year, but it might be next year. I'm trying to alleviate sometimes putting extra pressure on myself and stuff. But I know people sound really interested about getting this business school course. And part of that business school course is you not just only would get access to the course and all these other tools that are going to help you run your business, but there would be like a Facebook page involved. And the best and favorite part, I think, of this to helping you is that there would be like weekly calls where we hop on Zoom. Everybody that's part of this course can hop in, and wherever you're at in your business, we just talk. You can ask stuff and all of that. So I wish I could make this happen faster than I can, but I have to be realistic in where life is right now. So that's where it is. All right, so provide education, build community. And so the third component is to cultivate collaboration. And this, I think, is an important piece as far as working with other industry leaders, leaders in our industry, on how we can support our business, how we can elevate and change the industry, how we can make us look better as personal trainers, show our value. I'm being a guest speaker, presenter, with collaborators. So I'm excited on the different avenues that I've gotten thus far, even to kind of show expertise and help us sort of discuss about how we can sort of, improve our industry and all of that. And especially, I'll be honest, as a female in such a male dominated industry, I'm excited to kind of bring that piece to it as well, so that we can, it's a different needs that we have compared to some men. So, all right, there you go. That is everything behind the Solo Trainer. This is coming to conclusion of episode number 1. And thank you for being a part of this. If you have any thoughts on what you'd like to hear, if you want to be a part of the podcast again, just email at hello@thesolotrainer.com. And in this next episode, I'm going to be sharing about my solopreneur journey, and that, especially that moment that happened to me where I was like, I have to make this change. Like, it was a very specific instance in my life when I was like, what state I'm in right now is not good, and I have to make a change, as hard as it's going to be. Change is hard. Change is hard, but it's been well worth it. And so I'm going to be sharing that in my next in the next podcast episodes. Again, I want to encourage you, if you haven't already, to sign up to get the Solo Trainer guide and checklist. Free, gives you everything, super detailed, to help you with your business. Also, that'll get you on the email list, so you'll know when all the future stuff is happening, especially when we have some of those community chats, if you're interested in that. So thank you. I'm excited about this. And as one of my favorite sayings, because you're going to hear me say this often, so I'll go ahead and explain it. One of my clients gave me a thank you card New Year's a couple years ago. She gave me a thank you card, and on the front of it, it said, "Here's to the great that awaits." And I can't tell you how much more I love that phrase. And so if you wonder where I got from, that's where I got it from. And that's how I end a lot of things that I share. So to all you personal trainers out there looking to either start your business or you already have, here's to the great that awaits.